How's it going, everybody? Bandy Wolf down here playing some Baldur's Gate 3. We just started playing this. Oh, that's not true. Been trying to make a recording for this, but uh, my recording software has been wonking out, and so I played for like an hour or so, and it kind of wonked out on me, and it looked awful. I didn't have any way to fix that, so this is going to be our first episode. I just started. This is literally the first point where you get to control your character. Character creator, I put in a separate video along with the intro cutscenes. The intro cutscenes are actually just some of the videos they showed to show off the game, to hype it up. So not terribly necessary. Yeah, this is the game. Here's my character here. I just made it the character name that you start with. Tav. He's a wizard, mage. I don't know if there's a distinction. A wizard. So he's a wizard. Picked him. We have a couple spells here. Cantrips. Ray of Frost. Or if I could have changed that. And we have a couple of level 1 spells. Where do we even start? So, the start of the game, your character here has been in this illithid ship. You have some kind of tadpole in your head, and they were getting chased by some dudes on dragons, and now you're in the chaos. You've managed to escape. So, let's get started.
I'd still be stuck inside if we hadn't been attacked.
Yeah, we escaped our little pod here. Dragon came in and blew smoke all over the place. Now obviously, if you're watching this, you may be watching this for different reasons. Maybe one of them is that you played Baldur's Gate 1, Baldur's Gate 2, and we're interested. I can tell you right now, this game is not like those. This is definitely more like a Divinity, Larian's, the developer's previous games. It's not 100% like those games. It has a little bit of Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age Inquisition, jammed in there. For one, the combat seems to be faster, and more action-y, rather than setting and plotting and strategizing about how to do it. I don't know. I haven't, like I said, I've only played an hour or so of this. So, that broke. So I can't say for sure, maybe you do need to do more strategizing later on.
Good. Wonder who's inside.
But, yeah, the beginning I was just, whacking people or casting one of my cantrips here. Something like that.
I feel better.
I wish that there was... this is... Can you? No. No? I wish that there was a way to control with the WASD keys or arrow keys.
Devil kid. Am I in the hells?
Because, I don't know, it just feels more... It would feel more... I don't know. I think I would prefer it.
Images of goblins, their habits and histories flash into your mind.
So something else that I think a lot of people worry about is
images appear in your mind. A brain
not image, what am I thinking of? The identity.
Of
The identity of the game versus Divinity. A lot of people were just saying this would be Divinity Original Sin 3. And right now in early access, I can still kind of see it. They've broken it up a little bit. And again, I would say that it's sort of Dragon Age-y. The art for this is similar, but not exactly. This right here looks stupidly similar to Divinity Original Sin 3, so make of that what you will. I do think that the equipment screen, the character screen, the inventory screen especially, this looks like butt. It's literally just a square grid with a bunch of items. There should be a better way to do this. Is there an organization There's that. What is... Is there any way to, like, sort? I wonder. I don't think there is. Oh, wait, right here. Yeah, that's a way to sort. I hope that they do something different with the inventory, because it doesn't please me, honestly. But, regardless of whether this is like the original Baldur's Gate or like doing the original Sin, it's really fun, even in early access.
Yes, you've come to save us from this place. From this place you'll free us.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Please. Before they return! They return.
Now, what I really like about this game is that your character does not actually say your lines. I hope they keep that. The character does have a voice, so he, like, grunts and talks and stuff in like, little side notes. But, like, this, who am I talking to, a man or a brain?
A newborn.
He didn't say it.
Born new from this husk.
You know no creature like this. One that is more brain than person.
And I like that because in other, like, Inquisition especially is one, whenever I read this, I have a certain inflection and, like, tone and subtext, and when your character says that, they don't follow what's in your head, so your imagination and what's in the game, there's like a dissonance, and it takes you out of, like, role-playing or just getting into the game. And then the second thing is it helps the developers, I think, because they don't have to pay some, hugely popular or, like, really experienced and good voice actor to voice the character on all these lines, and make it to where you can pick different voices and different genders, and it's just like, it solves a lot of problems for both parties. So we'll say, you sound afraid, why?
The enemy. So many enemies.
I think you're past the point of saving. Tell me what to do.
Remove us from this body. From this case. Free us. Please.
Okay, so this is another cool thing. This is something I really like, but I think that there's something wonky going on with it. So, like in D&D, you can make different checks to do things, and this is something, they should just do a bunch of these. But in my experience, the rolls, I don't think that they're completely random. I think there's some kind of either bug or something, because I've got a lot of failures. Like, okay, so let's do this. Investigation, inspect the exposed brain. We should be good because we've got 5 points from intelligence and proficiency. That's 5 total. So watch this. We have to make a 5. I don't know the exact percentage of that happening, but it's pretty... Well, okay, so look. If we have to get a 5... See, I don't understand this. I saw it on Reddit. It says target 5, but then here it says roll target 10. So... Well, we did get it. Awesome. So we rolled a 5, and then... This is unclear. So what I would suspect is that this 5 that I rolled is what came up on the dice, and then I get 5 points from my intelligence and my proficiency, so I have a 10. What I would suspect is that even if I rolled a straight 1, I should get this just because I get 5 points from my different things. But it doesn't seem to be working like that. But
Edema, a swelling of the brain causing pressure where it strains against the shell of the skull.
okay.
Please. Before they return. They return.
Okay, so we're going to get him out. Use the highest roll from a d20. So, advantage means that we get to roll twice, and we pick the higher roll. So we're going to do this. Now you would think, see 10 and 10, that makes sense. I don't have any modifiers. But why does it, I don't understand. Maybe I'm missing something. 19, nice, we did it. For this playthrough, it's actually giving me passes, so.
The brain lifts from the skull, but you notice an opportunity. You could cripple the strange creature, making it more subservient, should it prove a threat.
Now, I'm not going to try this. I think that I don't think I would. I'll just strangely trust it, this walking brain. But it's funny because if you actually choose this, you literally just poke your thumb into the side of it. It's real pinpoint accuracy surgery. Yeah, we don't want to weaken it, and I feel like that would just be like a jerk move if you just saved it and you're like, let me just break your legs so you don't turn on me.
We are free. Our freedom is ours, friend.
The creature pauses, listening. Something behind your eyes seizes in recognition.
We must go to the helm. At the helm, we are needed.
So it's funny because in the lower, I would suspect it's not supposed to do this, but in the lower graphical things, these little tentacles that are like writhing and twirling around are literally just like a pencil thick rigidness. They're just like little pencils that stick off from the brain. It's really, I thought it was a glitch at first because I started on a lower graphical update, but yeah, it looks really weird. I might put a footage of that on screen. So what's at the helm?
Tenses, as though querying an unseen advisor.
Do you not hear it? We will not survive here. We are needed to navigate. We are needed to leave this realm.
What should I call you?
Us. We are us.
Okay.
To the helm we go. We are going to the helm.
I think this is really cool. This brain, us. It's really cool because it reminds me a ton of if anybody's ever played Planescape Torment, it reminds me a ton of Morty. In Planescape Torment, at the very beginning, you are escaping from a mortuary, and you find this floating skull. And it's like literally the first thing you do, which, like this, is the first thing I did, or so. And he follows you around for the whole game. It's like a very unusual... Are you coming? Look at that. Look how cool that is. It's such an unusual NPC. But it looks super cool, with the tentacles and stuff. That's such a cool... Okay, so... Hold left alt to highlight objects you can interact with. I knew that. And then dice. So if you play D&D, that's how they use the vernacular. The shorthand is just to say a D6. So if you get like a roll that's like 1d8, 1d10, it's saying roll 1 dice that's a 8, 1 dice that's a 10, or you could say 2d6, it's 2, so. I personally think they should just, I mean, it's sticking with the where it came from, which is the dice. Use jump to reach higher places and jump over obstacles, but I don't know. At some point, you know, it might be better to stick with just saying you do 1 to 8 damage, 1-8, or, you know, 2- whatever. But it's cool.
Abomination. This is your end.
Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes.
Oh, my head. What is this? Skvar, you are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive. Imps block the path forward. You will assist me in destroying them. We must reach the helm before we transform.
I have to say, even in early access, this game looks really, really good. Like look at the hair. The hair, especially, like if you go into the character creator, it all looks really good. That's so good. Transform? What do you mean?
We mind flayer parasites. Unless we escape, unless we are cleansed, our bodies and minds will be tainted and twisted. Within days, we will be Geich, mind flayers.
We're turning into mind flayers? Really? There must be something we can do.
Until we escape.
I didn't know that.
Must be
Totally
our
didn't.
priority.
Who are you?
Who am I? Your only chance of survival. And you mine, though it pains me to say it.
Is the helm our way out
It
of
is
here?
where we might gain control of the Ga'arth, the ship. Once in command, we will deal with our Geich captors. First,
I think that's a
we
really
exterminate
unfortunate
imps. Then we find the helm and
word.
take
The
control
gaik.
of the
The
ship.
gaik. It just sounds
That's
strange.
It will remain tame as long as it believes we are thralls. It may be of use in the fight to come.
It looks so good. So yeah, we got to escape the Nautiloid. It wants us to go to the helm. And Lazel, or Lazel? I like Lazel, but I'm not sure how you pronounce her name. One thing that I wish I don't see in here, I hope that they put a codex in. I don't see one. I guess it would be somewhere in this journal. But, okay, so, get ready to fight. This is what I was talking about, the combat. So, combat happens in turns. Each turn you can do one action and one bonus action. You can also move. A roll of die decides turn order, and this is called an initiative. It is influenced by your dexterity. Your available actions are highlighted, so we can do all these. Those are the actions that we can do. And then we have bonus actions. Bonus actions are actions you can perform on top of your normal actions. And the movement bar shows how much distance you can cover. So, we can move, we can do an action, and then bonus actions. And I think that later we'll get, things that we can do. So, we will move Lazel up. And then we will take her bow, and we will attack that. And that was super fast. That feels good. That feels really good. Our little buddy here cannot... I wish you could scroll. You can't scroll around until you, dislock the camera from the, with the movement keys, and then you can move around. But... Okay, so we can't reach this thing, but we can dash, and it doubles our movement speed. Boom. We dash, and I'm going to run this thing all the way over here. To take aggro. He's got way more hit points than any of my dudes, so... With me, I'm a mage, so I have a lot of options. I'm going to move him up. And I think... I'm going to use this on this imp. Wait, what happened? Did I pass? Did it make it? Ray of Frost. Says it hit, but it didn't do any damage. Maybe they're resistant. That's where a, Wait, they're not moving? He can't move. Yeah, it seems like they gave up turns. I think that was an opportunity attack. Like, if somebody moves out of melee of each other, you get an opportunity attack to attack them. 1d8. Maybe, let's try the Fireball. I feel like Fireball wouldn't work either, because they're wet. That's kind of cool. He was frozen, or he had Ray of Frost on him, and then I melted it, so now he's wet. That's kind of cool. Yeah, they should be doing this. Okay. Alright, well, let's switch to our melee, and I want to go whack this guy. There we go, cool. What happened? I wish there was a combat log. Is there? I feel like that's something that I'm missing. That seems very necessary. Critical miss. Noise. Okay.
You prove surprisingly adequate in battle.
It's important to heal after a fight. Certain potions, spells, and food can heal you. On this Nautiloid, restoration stations can also heal you. So we will save our potions and use that. So yeah, it's not Baldur's Gate combat, and it's definitely not the same. If you play Baldur's Gate real time with pause, the flow of it feels different. It's probably what you would call a flawed system, because it, at least to me, you know, it's trying to run off of like turns. It's trying to emulate a turn system, but it feels more like action-y than it should. And then there's times when it doesn't feel like that, where like drinking potions. Like, let's say you already attacked in the turn, or what have you, and you go to drink a potion. You can do that, but then you can't drink another potion. So like, it feels really weird. Small bottle. Okay, so I want to do this real quick. The armor class increase. I wanted to do that. Or no, I don't want to waste one of my spells. Firebolt. I want to use this because this is a cantrip. Firebolt is 1d6. I want to just go ahead and use that. Get that out of my inventory. Oh, there it was. There was the texture where the instead of the tentacles, it was the little pencils. Woo! Oh no, it went back. Okay. The combat definitely doesn't feel the same, but it is like functional fun. It's faster, and the looting feels like Baldur's Gate to me. Because there's just like a lot of stuff. Take all that. We're on fire. Okay. And then we have all these. Murgrass bundle. Wispweed bundle. Like, I don't know what these are for. Known as the Executioner's Garnish, this herb... See, I hope that they have more of this type of crap. It's like fluff. It's more of like this. Like if you just like rub your fingers together, you just feel it. I'm taking these, by the way, and I'm gonna take that too. And like something that I liked about Baldur's Gate that's like a little bit more of that fluff is like when you get a companion, you can actually like read their biography, like their backstory in the character record screen, which gives you a little bit more of that, like the stuff.
Lend a hand, won't you, love? There's a rat in the kitchen. 10 red rats. And they're flying and they're clawing.
The Mind Flayers have already enthralled him. Leave him, or we will share his fate.
Can't have these rats in the flour! So many teeth!
And I was mentioning the codex before. That adds to that kind of like fluff. Like if I just want to take a minute and chill, not think about like don't do gameplay, don't do any of this, and I just kind of want to like get into the lore and stuff. They don't have, and that's to be expected in early access. I don't see why they would have that, but it's easy to put in and take out.
Got me! Right in the gut. Tell the babes I'll be alright.
Drink a potion. Something that worries me somewhat about the game is stuff like this. This is in something that I really didn't like in Divinity Original Sin was the crafting system. It was just too much. Like you could find stuff like this, like it's worth a gold, and you could literally like break this down into like its constituent parts, like a feather or a iron, or you could break a dagger down into like a stick or a sword, and then you could make a spear with a stick and a dagger and tie it together, and like no one's ever gonna need to do that. Like when are you ever gonna need to make the baseline crappy spear?
To the helm. You are needed to survive. Yes, the helm.
Fine.
Do not delay.
Okay,
Do not
fine.
delay.
Like, let's just assume that you are our character that wants to use a spear as a weapon, or like a sword, or anything really. Okay, aside from the very, very beginning of the game, where you don't have any like super.
We're the robbers, and they're the watch. Ready? Aim!
His mouth isn't moving.
See that? Gotta aim right between the horns. Good lad.
And that worries me that stuff like this isn't in the game, because can you drink it? No, because like I don't like that. It overwhelms you. You end up carrying loads of crap that you don't really need. All kinds of stuff like that. It just, they said in one of the community updates that the crafting will be in the game, but will be limited, and I hope it's very limited. I hope it's more like the crafting, quote-unquote crafting, in Baldur's Gate 2, where you literally could find, like all the crafting you did was for actually good stuff, like magic weapons, magic armor, and you would go in and instead of this... instead of this mug, you would just find, like, the jewel of the equalizer sword, and that's an item, and you would have that, and then you would need to find the hilt and the blade, think I can't tell if I'm actually hurting them with why are you going after me? I hope that it's more like that. That I'm gonna attack this guy so I can kill him. Because I don't... crafting is all good and fun. Whoa. Whoa. Anyway. Crafting is all good and fun, but, like... sometimes it's just a padding. It's just there to say that you have it there. And then you get, like, it's a hard balance to make, to be honest. Because you have to... Oh, I didn't know he was alive.
I'm a bit peaked, Mum. I think I'll go to bed early.
Because... let's say you don't have a crafting system and you find something like this quill, then you absolutely 100% know that you're supposed to use this quill to do something with that quill. It becomes like a necessary... like, why would they give me a quill if there wasn't a point to using it? So you kind of got to strike that balance between that. I think... one thing that I really kind of enjoy, and I think that this is for most spells that are buffs, is in Baldur's Gate, Mage Armor, like, there were different, there was different durations for different buff spells, and they could go anywhere from, like, 8 hours to turns to rounds to whatever, and...
knowing its purpose.
And I think this is just a D&D change, that they changed it from 2nd edition back to... I don't know when they changed it, but in 5th, it's like this. You get rests. So instead of having to, like, pre-game it and be like, okay, I need to cast this buff first because it lasts the longest, and then I need to cast this one right before combat because, like, you can just cast this Mage Armor and it remains until you fully rest.
Unleash.
So this is really cool, too. You get your, like, checks. So we know that that says unleash.
Aggression.
And we missed that one, and I think that just kills them.
Psionic energy radiates from the prisoners, but they do not react.
So I don't know what we're supposed to do. I never have figured out what that one on the right, what the word says. But it's some kind of kill, because I just killed them. Okay.
Get me out! You! Get me out of this damn thing! We have no time for stragglers.
These are incredible. So is this a check? Or can I just do this? Oh, okay, so it's just a little flavor thing. Because before, I could never figure out a way to get this open.
Wait! That can't be. There has to be another way. Please! It cannot be helped. Come.
Safe if she stays. Safe if we go.
Yeah, I could never figure out how to get her free, and I thought it was just something out, because there's, like, checks you can do in that, but it seems like the same result either way.
How many hosts of these gay infected?
A dazed woman is trapped inside the pod. She doesn't notice you.
A key? For what?
Okay. I think she's getting vaporized. Or no, I think she turns into a mind flayer. Now this has got to be a... There's got to be a placeholder. I really hope that's not just the animation that's going to be in the final game for what happens. Because, look, I mean... Interesting, right? That was...
Changed at the pull of a lever.
Your mouth's not moving.
If we are not purified, this may be our fate.
So it's in early access. What does this say? Please pass. I can read it.
Perfect.
Perfect. Wait.
Perfect.
I failed. It says I failed. But he still like had a word.
Stares at you, weak and dazed.
Did I get that key? Did I get the key? Yes, I did. Okay, so... Potion of fire resistance. I mean, I guess I have 5 of those. Oh, wait, no, I only have 1. Oops. Grease bottle. Alchemist fire. Potion of poison resistance. Potion of speed. See, ooh, they did do it. Gain haste for 3 turns. I wonder if you can drink that before combat. No, you can't sort. You can't sort this. See, it should be like that, but I don't know. Maybe I'll... It does add a bit of, like, complexity to the game, so... And we got that key, so we can open this. Question is do we still have the key? Yeah, we do. We do still have the key. Strange. Cerebral aquarium. Wait, where did my stuff go? I had armor. So we'll go ahead and just do this. Still early access. That looks a little wonky, but to be expected.
Thrall, connect the nerves of the transponder. We must escape now.
Do it. We will deal with the Geich after we escape.
Mouth's not moving.
Connect the nerves. Nerves. We will connect them.
Okay, so this is an interesting fight that we get to do. We have to get all the way over here to this. And we have this Mind Flayer that's 91 health. Can't... Okay. Yeah, so 91 health on this one. And then this guy has 135.
We need to get out of here now.
So we're gonna start looking at it across this room. Okay. But, so this guy basically is keeping this 135 health guy. I bet he could one-shot everybody on my team. I have literally not had this land. 1 damage. That's awful. Have her move, and then I'm gonna use the bow on that one. But we need to literally, we could probably just ignore these and try to make it across the room, but we need to clear out some of the rabble. Ooh, 20, nice. That's really, I like that a lot. Is the 20, when you crit, it gives you a nice little, hey, you did good.
If this ship hits the ground, we're dead.
Go here. And kill that. Cool. Awesome. And then we will go ahead and dash. I think he's a melee, so I think I can just dash past him and use his own movement to get him close to me. What the heck was that? Was that blood? Can be frozen. Ice. Ah, I see. I think our intellect devourer may die.
Hurry, before they strike.
Now, I've never had anybody die in this game, so it'd be interesting to see what happens when Us loses all his hit points. I think he just passes out. I think it's a fairly, like, forgiving. He doesn't just die. That would be great if I could. Nah. I was trying to get into a position where I could hit both of these with my this ability, the claws. So one more hit, and he'll go down. This? They must be resistant to fire and ice. Because I'm not getting... What did you do? I think she literally just swung at nothing. 3. One more, let's see what happens. He is... Oh, wait. Yeah, but they can die. Okay, so let's do this. Let's just get on with it.
The Helm's alien transponder. You've made it in time.
The fire still does... It looked bad in the medium or lower graphical section, but it still looks bad in this. As I say, sitting in my pajamas, eating corn chips off of my couch. Strum it. Like the dude did in the cinematic. So yeah, it's a pretty good like opening sequence there. I wonder what happened. Well, I'm assuming that after that big demon guy with the over 100 hit points kills the Mind Flayer, he just turns on you and then there's no like scene. He just, if you die, you die. But yeah, so that was the first hour or so. I'm going to try to play through as much content as possible. I don't know exactly what happens when you get to the end, if it just like stops. Probably just stops. Or if like as you get later in this act, only act 1 is in the early access, if the content near the back end of it is like not as finished or polished. But so far, it's one of the better early accesses. I wasn't so sure about getting into the early access because I had bad experiences and it kind of like jades your perception of the game in general. But yeah, so I think that we'll call that the end of the first episode of this playthrough of the early access. Thanks for watching, and join me on the next one.